وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُّدَّكِرٍ.
الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. My honorable elder and younger, my dear brother and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today is our topic, Islamic contribution to scientific culture. In the treatise Historic Journal, the Civilization, Journal History of Civilization, edited by Professor Maurice Crozet and published in 1955 by the Presses Universities, France. In this respect, part 1 will be explained today. The Islamic civilization is appraised as follows. At the time of the decline of civilization in the Western Europe and after the damage caused by the nomads in the Asiatic world, the blossoming of Islam is an outstanding event. Such is the feeling of every historian when he objectively puts questions about a civilization which expanded from the surroundings of India and China to the Atlantic Ocean and from the southern Europe to Senegal and Sudan. In a general part and during many centuries, the Islamic world became an educator in the West and in the East. After the recollection of a considerable amount of ancient written work, the author of this treatise is full of admiration for the human enterprises related to this blossoming. It is to be noted that before Saint Thomas in Italy, Ibn Sina was born in Turkestan, and mosques of Damascus and Cordoba were erected before the Cathedral of Notre Dame in Paris. Nevertheless, they do not attract the attention of the readers to the causes of this event, particularly the influence of purely religious factors. In fact, the relationship between cultural development and the teachings of the new religion is not stressed, though this should have been logically done. I should like to consider it at first in order to clearly understand what happened. One must remember that when Islam appeared, the culture in the Western countries was exclusively Oriental. Under Christian influences, towards the permanent reference to the writings of the old times, such a way of thinking may be highly advantageous from a certain point of view, but it is rather inefficient to promote progress. Thus, in the Spain, Saint Isidore, Archbishop of Chavez, who was contemporary of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, accomplished a wonderful work by collecting a great amount of writings of the old times. In his Ate Male Gaye, he delivered an encyclopedia concerning a lot of discipline. A lot of discipline is among them: religion, arts, law, history, sciences, and technology. His merits made him very famous during his first life, during his life, and after his death. A long time later, in the 15th century, his writings were among the first printed matters. Nevertheless, we must insist on the fact that the spirit of the time was essentially conservative, tending to oppose any change by directing the attention to what was set up by the great thinkers of antiquity. Second part will be described tomorrow, inshallah. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alamin.